names are Orits, Wiliki, and growing up was like growing up like a child, like every other child. The only little difference I had, which was a good luck to me, was I had a father who happened to be a very, very strict disciplinarian. He was a Reverend Baptist, and so you have rules to everything actually. So I grew up, in his hands, and been able to teach me what life was all about. And I thank God for his teaching, because I grew up a very, very rude boy, but with his discipline, he was able to mold me. And today, this is Orits Wiliki, the good man. Okay, my family. I have a very, very happy family. In fact, if I had 1 hour free, I always like to run home to join them, because my home is a home and it's full of fun. We Africans, we don't count our children. So just see me as Father Abraham. I have many, many children. Okay, I have a wife, one wife. Yes. What else? Yes, that's my family. Just small compact family. My career actually started unprofessionally as early as 8. Like I told you before, I'm born of a Reverend Baptist, and I started out singing in the choir, church choir actually. As a little boy, I enjoyed my learning from the choir group, and right after I left the choir group, I would say I started professional music, say about 34 years ago. And I didn't start out, releasing Orits Wiliki. I started out as one behind the scene, making others stars. And so there's hardly any, artists of note in Nigeria you're going to call that wouldn't have had a bit of me, from the Ras Kimono to the Majek Fashek to Mandatos to Chris Mba to Alex O. The list is endless. So I have always made my contribution either as an arranger or a percussionist or a co-producer. And so in 1989, I started actually releasing Orits Wiliki as in Orits Wiliki. So I got stuck with reggae music, because reggae music provided me the platform to really express myself spiritually. There's no other platform that can actually enable me to feel the freedom spiritually I enjoy, singing in reggae. I was cut out to actually carry the loads, from my father where he stopped, because he was ministering to people through outdoor crusades and all that. But I decided to choose music so I can reach a wider audience, and so and that is explainable. The reason why you see most of my lyrics are Bible inspired or religious inspired. So for years I have never changed from that. So I do gospel even in the genre of reggae. So most people do not really take time to listen. So they believe when you do reggae, you're talking about some other trash. So reggae for me is reggae. Reggae is the only platform I could do that. And so 34 years ago, I celebrated my 30th, and it was wonderful. Nigizi was there and gave me a whole lot of support. Thank you once again. I can never forget that. And where do we go from here? I think the industry is getting bigger and bigger. Now with the structure slowly crawling into places, I think we'll begin to do music now even more seriously. What you've had before is the shine, just doing the show. It's called show business. So what we have had over the years, basically, some of us are still into it because of the passion and love we have for it, not necessarily how much we have made out of it, you know. And we know that this is a gold mine if the structures to prepare the industry were in place. And so thank God the copyright system, you know, is just been fully established through the liberalization of the copyright collective administration. And so if you remember, we've been fighting over copyright, you know, copyright society, you know, being monopolized over the years, and we have been saying that it should be deregulated and let that sector begin to have the competition it ought to have, so that people can have choices. And that is what just happened, you know, some few months ago. And so we thank God for that. And so from now on, now that, you know, people got the choice, you need to do your work and ensure that you are well protected, you know. Okay, well, I'm just a simple man by nature. My jean and my t-shirt is good enough for me anytime, except of course we're having a corporate meeting and all that. Otherwise, you know, I love my sneakers, I love my jean, I love my t-shirts, you know. Hangouts, yes, I do hang out if I have the time. I'm actually a very, very chronic introvert, you know. So my fun place is the studio. So I can be in the studio for years. In fact, if I ever will be imprisoned, let them imprison me in the studio, you know. So because I will not care about the world outside, you know. So I love the studio. It's my first place I like to hang out. You know, I have time to go to, you know, dance. You know, you go for reggae sessions. You know, if I'm not performing or doing concerts here and there, I am here. And if I'm not doing meetings, corporate meetings and all that, you know, I also manage the Musical Copyright Society of Nigeria as the chairman. You know, and so if I'm not doing any corporate thing, this is where you find me. You every now and then. The precious flow, will you wise up? This time, ask the fool one more time. Will you wise up? This time, I want to do for them once again. Sing for me. Oh, this time, will you want time? Will you wise up this time? Or you want to be mother for them once again? My meals are very simple. I just eat eba. I eat eba and egusi soup. You know, I love fish. You know, especially the dry one. Smoked fish. I love fish. My hobbies are one, cooking. It comes first. Cooking. I love swimming, and I love cycling. My favorite games are football and handball. I play a lot of handball, you know, growing up. So those are my hobbies. If I were not a musician, you say, I would have been an actor. In fact, I am a better actor than a musician because I started from there into music. So I'm a good actor, actually. Yes, like I told you before, because I am always in the studio, I just keep writing. And so if you look at my archives today, you're going to be finding not less than 200 and something songs. But to date, I have released over 140. And that's about 9 albums, consisting of 140 songs. And so it's a huge library, I would say. Well, this hair is my hair, and I love it. This hair is about 18 years now. It will be 18 years since I break my comb and throw it away. The dreadlocks, actually, there were times we were coming in and there was so much segregation about those wearing dreadlocks. At that time, you cannot even come close to the bourgeois. They believe that you smoke igbo, so your hair is not well kept and all that. So we said, okay, if we must wear dreadlocks in our time, we've got to keep it neat. And so with this hair, I have dined with kings and princes, and so I have today come to realize that people actually appreciate it when you keep it really clean. So this is like 18 years. Well, if you ask me, I would say things are fair now, because with the digital age, everybody owns a computer, and you can actually use the FF Fruity Loops and preset sounds to create your own music. Every kid at home now wants to do their own music at home. And it was not so in our days. That's the difference. So in our days, you must go to a proper tutelage. You must go to a proper studio where you could find good musicians who will back you up in your demo. And so when you have the demo, before you now go for the record company where you submit your job, and then the area repertoire manager A&R will listen to your job and find it if it is commercial enough before they can, reply you and say, okay, we've listened to your job, we want to sign you on. These days, the internet is everything now. The death of those professional recording studio is the birth of the social media these days. And so via the internet, you can throw any stuff on the net and anybody can pick it up and either like or hate it. And so it wasn't so in our days. And so the industry is evolving, like I said before. What we didn't have before were the structures that could sustain the amount of talent that we have. Honestly, sometimes I shed tears when I see loads of artists who are so well talented, and there's not much you can do because you can't take too many, at a time. So you see this wasting away. Whereas like Charlie Boy would say, he said, "Give me my street, and I will give you 100 Michael Jackson." Because these people, these young artists are not encouraged because they don't actually even find the right platform to do what they do, and so that they can be harnessed. So by and large, I think we'll be getting there now that structures are crawling in. We'll begin to find huge companies actually coming into Nigeria, because all we've done over the years is be shitty job in the sense that there's no way you could have attracted any foreign investor, because first of all the cost of CD here is almost nothing. Where I will sell a CD of mine for between 15 and 20 euro in Europe, you come here to Alaba and you buy it for 500 or 30 naira. You understand? So it's crazy. And so this didn't actually encourage, foreign investments coming in. Now that we have our copyright arts working, it's my joy, because the foreign companies will be coming in shortly. Yes, as an activist, I have run into a lot of problems. I belong to the Amnesty International, and if you remember where we are coming from, democracy, we are coming from the military. If you remember the SAP riot, SAP riot landed me into trouble because I was hijacked I was recording in Decca Studio, and so coming out of Unilag, the boys saw me and they grabbed, seized my car, seized everything, and so what they were using to go around, that day was fight the fire. And so those days we used to have what we call SOS, not SSS. So they invited me to come and explain what I mean by fight the fire. So I just said that it was a song. What will you say inside the song? I said, it's a song. You just listen to it, the way you hear it. What is the meaning of change? We got to change the system. What system you want change? I said, Organa song, nothing more than a song. So they invited me in at about 9 in the morning, and they wouldn't release me. First of all, I was there for like till 2 o'clock. Nobody answered me. Just sitting in one place there. So by about 6 o'clock, the Oga Patapata spoke with me and told me to be coming every day for the next 2 weeks, 9 o'clock every day. I think I went for 5 days, and I just told them, let anything happen, I will not go again. So, actually, yes, this is the background we are coming from. My mouth don't put me for trouble, some time ago. Okay, my words of advice for upcoming artists is one, you must always ask yourself, first of all, do I have it? You don't go deceiving yourself, for example, because you see the success story of Davido and Wizkid. You first ask yourself if you do actually have the talent, because it's a calling. And if you do have it, then you have to know where to develop it. You understand? So if you don't know where to develop it, you will die with the idea without really exploiting those talents you are blessed with. So if you do know where to develop it, you must be very, very hardworking, and you must be very, very humble, because humility takes you a very, very far place. And if you do have those attitude embedded in you, then I'll say the sky is your limit. You must stay out of drugs. You must not do drugs, because if you do drugs, you're not gonna stay there for a long time. Those that went with drugs always fall by the wayside. So you must be very, very serious, because this is not a place you call hobby business. It's a place you do really serious business. All right. I did a song I called "The Land of Plenty" during the Nigeria '99 FIFA Youth World Championship. And what was I saying? I keep saying that Nigeria is the Canaan land that you talk about, a land flowing with milk and honey. There is no land so blessed like Nigeria. So the problem we've had over the years is the problem of leadership. And I know, by and large, slowly we are beginning to find our feet. Slowly people are beginning to be aware that politics is not enslavement. Politics is supposed to be enjoyed, not politics in pains. The amount of killings, the amount of really senseless killings in Nigeria today is something that is really frightening. I keep calling on all to enjoy Nigeria, because God that created Nigeria knows that there is a reason why He created us. And that was why I did a song called "Heart of Stone" over the years. And so it's a song I think that encourage us to live and let live. If you are a Christian, you respect the Muslim. If you are a Muslim, you respect the Christian. Because if God, wanted soldiers to fight for Him, it wouldn't be the Christians, neither will it be the Muslim, because He has angels in heaven to do the war. And so we are too weak as humans to fight in the name of God, claiming to be fighting on behalf of God. It's really ignorance and stupidity. So it's hard time we really bury all this nonsense and save Nigeria and let Nigeria bring forth the desired fruit that Jehovah had embedded in it. Celebrity question for the day. It was very simple. Just tell me what year my first album, titled Tribulation, what year it was released. You're watching Nigizi Extreme. Do follow us on all our social platforms and our website www.nigizi.tv. Please stay tuned for the next program. Don't blink.